Welcome to our Energy Connect studio at ADIPEC 2022. I'm delighted to have once again Bjørn Otto Sverdrup, Chair of the Oil and Gas Initiative, with me.
Thank you. Great to see you again.
Yeah, really good after Gastech and now ADIPEC. Busy days here, but also I want to just get your viewpoint of where you think the industry is going. We're near the end of 2022, but even just here at ADIPEC, which now has a decarbonisation zone, it seems like it's really moving forward.
Yeah, and I think it's just a very buzzing place, right? So I learned that more than 2,000 companies are here, tens of thousands of people. So it's a reminder of the scale of this industry, and it also shows, of course, that it's a hectic period of time. The world is screaming to get more energy. Of course, the energy solutions will be about renewables. It will be about lower carbon solutions, but it's also about improving and delivering more natural gas and lowering the footprint. So, what I'm seeing is that what used to be a kind of a sideshow, sustainability or climate, it's moved center court. I think it colors most of the discussions. If you walk around, you see most companies are eager to be part of that journey. And I find that as an important source of optimism.
Yes, and I felt that in the studio, and that's what I've heard as well, that decarbonisation, those kind of topics, which, as you said, I think were maybe not as covered, but everyone wants to talk about it, and we need to talk about it.
Yeah, and of course, I think the challenge is twofold, right? Because we need to invest in and develop a new type of energy system.
Yeah.
And that's going to take time, right, to develop the scale of the renewables and the low carbon solutions we need. At the same time, we need to decarbonize the existing one. So I see those two going hand in hand. And I think also it's good that this industry is focusing on how it can decarbonize itself, right?
Yeah, because we had a methane emissions observatory report with the UN, EU-led earlier in ADIPEC. How important is that, per se, with industry, sort of your program as well, to get zero emissions out there?
I think it's important that we talk about methane, because methane both contributes to a lot of global warming over time, but the really important thing is that it decides the speed of change of the global warming, so the ratio change. So that's why it is meaningful actually to talk about, if we remove methane, there is a cooling effect. And this is also important from an ecosystem perspective, because the speed of change, the speed of global warming is going to be a big challenge for ecosystems. So if we're able to flatten that out or even slow it down, it's a big success. And methane is particularly important. It's basically natural gas outside of the pipes, right? So this industry has a particularly important role to help bring those emissions down. Reports like the one that you mentioned from the Methane Observatory, you haven't seen the IEA reports. I think they are very important to showcase this and see, are we making progress?
Yes. And are we seeing signs of methane emissions falling?
Unfortunately not at the speed of change, but I think we're still at a very different place than we were only 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So the awareness is starting to be there.
Yeah.
We have technology that we didn't have before to make this invisible, smell-less gas visible, right? We now know what good performance targets look like.
Okay.
We know how to fix it. So I think it's all now teed up, so to speak, for this industry to be able to really throw itself at it and to bring it to zero.
Well, let's hope we see that, and obviously then COP28 back here in the UAE, not back, but coming for the next year.
The Abu Dhabi presidency for the next COP will try to make this COP as an energy COP. And I think that makes a lot of sense, because energy is such an important part of the climate challenge, right? But I think it's very important that we don't confuse an energy COP with an oil and gas COP.
Yes.
Because we need to have a very holistic discussion around the energy transformation, and mainly how can it make it happen in a pragmatic, speedy way.
Let's hope that is what happens, Bjørn. And look, really great to have you down at the studio at ADIPEC, and hopefully speak soon at one of the next events we're at.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. Thank you.